Hello, good afternoon. Welcome back to the second edition of APAC School Tech Innovation Conclave. A very important panel discussion. This panel discussion will focus on the future of school education and admissions 2021. And for this session, we have got leaders from the school education sector in India with us. We are joined by Amol Arora, Vice Chairman and Managing Director, SHEMROCK and SHEMFORD Group of Schools. Mr. Arora, your thoughts on that? How schools are trying to re-strategize themselves in the new world order, especially when the second wave is there? And what about the admissions? How you're seeing things?
Well, it's been a challenging time for everybody. I think the schools, especially, and so there are two kinds of schools in this private school sector, right? There are ones where admissions are not easily available, so it isn't impacting those branches of ours where admissions are not easy. So everybody wants to get in no matter what. And the kind of the branches where admissions are they are new schools, so admissions are easily available. They are the ones who are facing exceptional challenge because people are holding back their decision to whether they want to take admission or not. So every family is different. Everyone's confused. Everyone's reading different stuff on social media. Uh, 2 months back, everybody was talking about April launching normally. Suddenly, now people are talking about third wave, fourth wave. So we are swinging from one extreme to the other, and that goes for the school owners, the principals, and the parents as well. So no one's very clear, and everyone is adopted differently in terms of from parents' perspective. Different parents, some parents are have accepted that staying at home is not an option since predominantly most of my branches are preschools. Some parents have accepted that this cannot keep happening because the child is losing what he or she had learned in the early years. So those parents are coming and accepting online learning as if not the real thing, but maybe it's 60% of what was achieved in the classroom, or 30% or 40%. But something is happening at least. There's some structure to the child's life. Otherwise, at home, just watching YouTube videos, no socialization happening. So I think some parents have accepted. Some parents are still not okay with this. Some parents want to do it but cannot do it because there's one device at home and there are multiple children already using the same device. So the youngest children obviously get are the least priority. So everyone's impacted differently. Has it impacted admissions? Surely it has, but it's also opened up gateways for because for our branches who've been sharing that they are getting admissions from all over the world now. So they're getting admissions in on the online program from yesterday. A branch in Bhubaneswar was sharing that she's got two admissions from Bangalore. So it's because it's the online platform. Somebody liked it, the way they were doing it. So right now it's become a kind of a wild west in terms of admissions. Everyone's scrambling for whatever they can. Everybody's those schools which are on rented property. I think most of them have given up on the rents and are now moving to a virtual only school. People have trying to manage their revenues and costs so that they can survive through this period. So I think it's different for different kinds of school, different areas, different technology penetrations. So it's one has to be very creative. There's no one size fits all that we're seeing for the whole country since our branches in Nepal and Bangladesh as well. So it's just a question of ensuring that each unit is able to survive through this, is able to manage their revenue, balance their revenues and costs, so that we can just get through this period the best of our abilities. And of course, as a franchisor, we've tried to support our branches with technology, with training, with how to do digital marketing so that they can spread the word. And that's how it's been for us. So it's been something that it's been time to just roll up our sleeves and not get fancy and work at the ground level. That's what we've been doing for the past 1 year and handhold our branches through this stage.
Right, right. I think it's all about seeing the time gets passing and trying to do things according to the need of the new world order and then going to the next level. I think that's what Mr. Amolora has been saying, and that various schools have got various problems. So it's not that one problem same for all the schools. Obviously, one problem is same for all the schools. That is balancing the cost and revenue model. That's been common for all the schools, and we can all see that for last 1.5 years that's been going on. So that is very important. Mr. Amol Arora, your take on the future, quickly.
Yeah, I think I've I've had this scenario thing where I've always believed that schools are not going to be tech-enabled places like most people are visualizing that schools are going to have all the tech in the schools. I was actually going on. I've always been saying it, we're going in the opposite direction because it's going to go like the way video games happened when we had the video game partners where everybody used to go and play there because games are not available at home, but tech is going to be available in school, at homes, and It's going to be the opposite. It's going to be about socialization, and that's going to be the more important thing. I think that's where the role would of change. The role of schools is going to change. I mean, not just for children, for adults as well. The role of lifelong learners and all that. So that, I think schooling is going to change fundamentally in the coming years. And this COVID has given us a realization that what things that technology can do best should be left to technology, and things that where you need to actually have physical presence and you cannot replace that, that should be the real role of schools. So I think these two roles are going to get segregated. Earlier they were all mixed up. We never knew and we never tried anything different. The role of technology was always like the perennial bridesmaid. It was always the next big thing to come, and it never came. We were always waiting for technology to have an impact in education, which never happened. I think technology always was very peripheral, and even though the world outside was changing because of tech, schools were still stuck in Victorian times. So I think the COVID has been a awakening for everybody, for teachers, for school owners, for principals, that we need to change fundamentally, and we should, for the sake of the children. I mean, they deserve better than what was going on. So I think I'm hopeful that with all this, it has forced everyone to come out of their status quo, where everyone was very comfortable. You go in the school in the morning, the teachers would take tuitions in the afternoons. Everybody had this thing going. Nobody wanted to change. I think the good thing that's going to come out of it is the way forward. I see a brighter future when it comes to the learning for children, and the importance of degrees, courses will come down. It will all be about learning and developing the right skills for success, which were not being taught in schools till now. So I think that's going to be it's going to be good for the child eventually. I think that's what we're going to see out of this.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Amol, Arora, Vice Chairman, Managing Director, SHEMROCK and SHEMFORD Group of Schools. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us today. Stay home, stay safe, take care. Thank you so much. Bye.